All right, today we are going to be talking about Budget Project Part 4 and Part 5. So, Part 4 is on health insurance, utilities, and bills budget. So, for Part 1 of this part of the project, you're going to research how health insurance works, research different outcomes on perhaps what your ideal company provides, include medical and dental, record your findings in the space below, and then select a plan and record your monthly fee. So, every month you are likely need to pay for medical insurance unless your plan is to be covered by your parents until you're 26. Typically, your company will provide medical benefits where you choose a medical insurance plan and pay a monthly fee so that you're covered if you need medical care. So something else to consider, are there any medications, copays, or other doctors that you need in to factor your plan that you're going to choose? No need to provide all your medical info here, just consider this when you're looking at the plans. So here are two links that will help you kind of figure out what healthcare plan you're wanting and how much it's going to cost per month. So make sure that you look at those. And then if you want to provide any details, I've left some space for you here to add any details. And then you're just going to choose your plan. So here you'll tell me the name plan, and then here you're going to tell me the fee. All right, the next part, so this is talking about utilities. So referring back to your housing choice and budget project part 2, record your utilities and monthly recurring bills that you will have. So utilities include water, garbage, sewer, electricity/gas, cable, and internet. And recurring bills are any streaming subscriptions, phone service provider, gym membership, and theme packages that you have. So remember, if you choose to have roommates in part 2 of the project, you'll be able to share some of these bills with them. If you choose to rent, some utilities may be included and you need to check. So in the part 2 instructions videos, I told you to make sure that you're reading the descriptions on those listings and adding that into your pros and cons. So you may already know that information, you just need to go back and check. For cost reference, you can search national or local average payments and ask your family how much they pay, or reference websites of your utility providers. Okay, so we have utilities, so you need to have a price for all of these things. Okay, don't just include one, you need to include all 6 of those things. And then recurring bills is going to be different per person. So how many streaming services? So that would be like Spotify, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, anything like that. Phone service providers, so you need to look up a phone plan, or if you already pay for your phone plan, just put phone plan and tell me how much you're paying right now. If you have any type of gym membership or want that in the future, you need to add that in. And anything like that, like if you have a DoorDash subscription, I'm trying to think of something else that you may have, like Amazon Prime, anything like that that you have to pay on every month, you'll need to add that here. And then you're going to add those two things together, and that will go in your utilities and bills column in your table. And then you'll add your health insurance in that monthly budget table as well. All right, so that's all for part 4. So now moving on to part 5. This is your clothing, entertainment, shopping, and other expenses budget. So you're going to record your monthly budget for clothing, entertainment, shopping, and other expenses in your table below. Include what you plan to buy each month. Calculate the total for each category. So clothing, a good way to do this is decide what you want to spend in a year and divide that number by 12. So if I'm like, okay, every year I'm going to spend $1,000 on clothes, okay, just flat out, I'm only going to spend $1,000 a year. You would do 1,000 divided by 12, and I would put that here for clothing. Entertainment, don't forget about things like movies, zoos, concerts, sporting events, video games, music, saving for travel, and streaming services. Okay, that all goes in the entertainment part of the table. So if you want to set money aside each month so that if you and your friends want to go see a movie, or you want to go to PopStroke, or you want to take a trip, you need to be planning those things and setting money aside each month. So that's what the entertainment is for. Shopping and other expenses. So every household needs certain supplies. Look up prices for common items that you'll buy to determine how much you need yearly. Divide by 12 and you'll have a monthly budget for shopping. So examples include toilet paper, foil, paper, towels, deodorant, shampoo, cleaning supplies, plastic bags, soap, toothpaste, sunscreen, lotion, beauty products. Okay, so all of these things you need to include prices for in the shopping and other expenses part. All right. And then you're going to complete the same process for other expenses like haircuts and party planning. Okay, so this one you're really going to have to think about how much money you want to set aside each month for these things, because the cost of these things do add up. And so if your job and what you're paying for your rent and your car, like your money is dwindling, like you may need to think about, oh, I'm not going to be able to do some of these things in the future, and I really need to focus on savings so that I can do these things. So this is something to really think about when you're completing this part. All right, and then that's really the only table you have to fill out for part 5. So then you're going to come in, and when you do your total monthly budget in this column, okay, that's what you're going to put in your monthly budget table for those 3 categories. So when you turn in your monthly budget table this month, all of the highlighted sections need to be filled out. All right. Then when you go into Schoology, you'll have your part 4, your part 5, and your monthly budget table. We already went over those things. And then you only have one discussion question this week. So make sure that you're reading the instructions and writing your answer in complete sentences, because I will count off if it's not in complete sentences. All right, and that concludes the video for parts 4 and 5 of the budget project.